Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sandbox Wednesday stream. I am Alex Flores, aka Kamisazi, and we're doing a build stream today because Saturday is a Game Jam Awards show, so we're not gonna do it Saturday. We're not gonna be building Saturday. Make sure you tune in for that. That is going to be for the Little Lands Game Jam, featuring games from, characters from the Smurfs and Teletubbies, and hopefully I'll see you there. Maybe one of you is the winner. Hello, Go West. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Hi, Boopful over on Twitch. Ardox Obeys and Ixura. Welcome, everybody. Shout out to everybody on YouTube and Twitter as well. I did drop a giveaway form in the chat, so if you see that forms.gle link, that is the Google form for our giveaway today. That is going to be Wizzy the Orange's Singed Hat. I'm running low on those. We're gonna have to figure out a new giveaway soon. How many do I have left? These things. Let's see. It says that I've got, really have 42. That's more than I thought I had. There's now 153 owners. So about 3/4 of them are given away. We might speed up the giveaways on those, because, well, Wizzyverse stuff might be heating up. I have plans, and we're trying to make this all happen. I play a game for fun. I'm doing all right. How are you doing? Sergio Gonzalez, welcome back. Lori G says beans. That's right, we got beans. So, I can't promise that there will be Wizzy avatars for Halloween, but I would like there to be. There are technical things that have to go right, and I'm doing whatever I can to make sure that that goes right. I think it would be cool to celebrate Halloween in a wizard suit. So, let's see if we can make that happen. That's not a promise of a launch date. That's just in my perfect world. So we'll see. There's things that I need to line up. Some plans that need to be finalized, but that's the idea. So, let's see if we can make it happen. Alright, so, let's see. My brain just got thinking on all the things that I want to do. It's easy to get distracted by that. Be like, oh, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. There's so many cool things to do. And I think right now I have the time to do them. So, I think things are going to speed up Wizzyverse-wise. Just a little note on the Game Maker. There was an update. 0.12.3 came out. You can always find the changelogs if you go to the Create tab and then changelog here. And then the top one is going to be the specific version that just came out. So this came out yesterday. You can see there's been a couple updates to 0.12. So let's look at what happened, because actually I haven't read this yet. I had the update to install this morning, and I haven't read through the notes yet. So, fixed experience cards in the home gallery, sometimes not loading. Fixed shortcuts for the HUD editor that didn't work. Fixed avatar default health is 1000 if directly entering play mode. Ooh. I think I've seen that happen once before. You're just really super strong all of a sudden. Fixed sound effects not playing when collecting a collectible. Fixed rule sorting is not correct after duplicating a rule set with modified order. Not entirely sure what that means. Fixed sliders without unit values in VFX attributes. Fixed post-processing parameter name not readable. Oh, that's good. I've seen those before. Some of the settings that you're putting for post-processing. I think I've seen it with VFX also. I don't know if that affects both of them. but you just don't know what the name is for. And we used to be able to grab the right side of the screen and pull it out from the edge, so that way you had a wider view in the old 0.11 layout. But it's not adjustable anymore, so sometimes things that you needed that extra space to read got like squished. Fixed pickables with hierarchy overlapping avatar not allowing to climb. Interesting. Fixed a leak caused by parented actors. I guess that means a memory leak. Fixed some corrupted experiences not loading their content. This one, I think I know what this one was. There was like a specific sword. I was talking to Pepe about this. There were some experiences that couldn't be opened under some conditions, and it had to do with like a really old sword asset. If it was as the default equipment, it like would break things. Fixed avatar attack interrupts sliding. That could have been interesting. I didn't realize you could attack while sliding. Maybe only under certain circumstances. Fixed messages from play sound not triggering correctly for some sound effects. I think that was affecting some experiences specifically. Any brain life cycle adjustments? I have no idea what that is. I don't know what any brain is. Cool. All right. Well, just bug fixes. It's good to hear. Things are moving along with that. Ardox Obeys has now had a 25 stream streak. You're a quarter of the way to where Play Game for Fun is. Very cool. All right. So, let me see. Did Panda message me back? She didn't message me back yet. I'm waiting for a reply from Panda. I want to tell you guys about what's up next in the community clubhouse, what's going to be going in here. But I need her to confirm something with me before I say who it is, because I don't know if they know it's them yet. I don't know if they've said yes or not. So we're gonna hold off on that. We spent so much time on this waterfall last time, and I realized when I was testing somebody's experience for the DAO, they had some rocks at the bottom of their waterfall, and it looked really good. Hey, Kachingaverse! I feel like I recognize your name, and I haven't seen you in a long time. I feel like you've come back after a long absence. Is that correct? Maybe you've been here recently, because Flight was added a while ago. Oh, it was the monkey. I was like, what was that noise? I forgot the monkey makes noises. So as far as Flight goes, I like the Flight. I wish we had a few more parameters for it. I mean, I like any game that lets me fly, basically. I just enjoy flying. Whether it's in real life or in a game, I like flying. And the Flight is a little bit OP, which is actually why we have some more options. So if you look at the abilities gear... oh wait, this doesn't have... Where's the new abilities gear? Abilities 0.12. I think we can get rid of the old collection. We've got both of these. So there's now Glide and Dash, which Glide is unpowered flight, right? You're falling with style. So you start up somewhere high, you can't go up at all, but it lets you coast downwards with really no limit, I don't think. We can put that there. Do these default to be equipable? They do not. So Flight is really fast. and you can get up to the top of an experience no problem. So I don't think I've used glide yet. Oh, we don't have it enabled. Hold on. Why is my brain parameters? That's like, where is it? Okay, we turn on dash and glide. So glide will let you swoop down from higher areas. So you could have like a really intentional level design where you say, okay, we've got this widespread area and we've got a tower and maybe we have another tower, and the first tower is like locked and we can't get up. So we need to go up the other tower where we use the glide ability to glide down to, say, the second floor of this locked tower that we have no other way to get up. And then you can climb that tower. So it really it makes, if you use the fly ability, you can just fly to the top of that first tower, which means that players can get to places maybe faster than you want them to or earlier in the game than you want them to. There's things that you can do to limit where they can fly. The way you build the structures of your level can block the players, and you can still have locked doors and things like that. But if you have a real sort of open world, using the glide will let you say, I'm going to fly from Tower 1 to Tower 2, and then I still have to climb Tower 2, right? So they don't just fly right to the top of Tower 2 and skip everything that you put in the tower. So that's where the glide ability becomes useful. So I think we just jump off. Oh, no, we have to press it while we're flying? Honestly, I've never used the glide ability before right now. Why is it not working? Do we have to hold it? We have to hold it, that's why. Oh, okay, and if you release it, you fall. Okay. I'm okay with that. I was confused because the other abilities, you just tap once and they activate. So then you can have like a combination of glide and dash or double jump. You can use... Why is that still there? I already picked it up. So it really reduces how fast you fall, slows you down, and lets you get to places safely. Nice Toy Story reference, yeah. So the flight though is like super OP. Wait. Why is that still there? I can't select it. Uh-oh. That's interesting. So flight is... I think a lot of people watching have seen flight before. Oh, I didn't put the pickable. Oh, it's already collectible. Okay. Not pickable, collectible. Already is by default. So, this was used extensively in Alpha Season 5. And you can dash around really quickly. It does have a recharge period. So you gotta wait a few seconds after landing for it to recharge before you can reactivate it. And it is pretty limited in range. Like, you can't fly for very long. The faster you fly, the faster it gets used up. Like, if I just hover here. Actually, you know what? It might not... It might just be based on time and not force. Yeah, I think it's the same amount of time. Ooh, ooh. So it is pretty cool. It can be a lot of fun, but it's a little overpowered in that we can't really slow it down, and we can't set the amount of time that it's good for. It's got one speed, or well, two speeds. It's got fast and normal, or hover. Three speeds, I guess, technically. Like you can just hover, do a little back and forth, up and down. But I guess that's normal speed. Then you got the fast speed, and then you got the exact amount of time that it uses no matter what. So it means that as a level designer, you kind of just have to work with the settings that it's at, and you don't get to like pick and choose how mobile the players are. I haven't really experimented with speed boosts. So we do have speed boosts, and I think there's a slow also. Can't you do like a negative speed boost? Let's see. What am I looking for here? It doesn't matter what we put down. It could be any object. So we can go... Message on equip, speed. So there is a fly speed adjustment here. Was that always there? Interesting. Okay. Maybe this has more settings than I realized, and I don't think that they were there before. They might have been, and maybe I just missed them. I think these are new with 0.12 though. And, you know, I didn't have, even though I wrote a lot of the documentation on 0.12, I didn't have access to everything that was added. So a lot of it I had to, like, look and find. So can we increase the duration and then slow it down by 25%? I can't get the slider quite there. So that's our message on equip. All right, so it doesn't work on equip, but maybe we put a trigger volume. I always click the wrong thing. I always go like behavior when I make component. Let's see. Detection, shape, sphere. We'll just make it giant. Enter message is going to be fly speed, and we're gonna say negative 50%. We'll make it nice and slow, and duration up, and no exit message. Broadcast forever. Can we keep on boosting our fly speed? Okay, it's definitely slowed it down. Oh, you know, that duration... Okay. The duration is not the length of time that we're flying for. The duration is the length of time of the effect. So, yeah, you can... This is definitely a lot slower, and I would say more manageable, because that's one of the difficulties, is that at full speed, flight is very fast. Like, a little bit too fast, I think, for a lot of players. If you're used to flying, or, you know, flying in this game specifically, you can kind of get used to it, but it's on some of those parkour races, it is pretty challenging to feel like you're in control of the flight with it at regular speed. And at the same time, we could also... Let's see what it said at like 400. Let's see. This is going to be bad. Whee! It's like turning actually feels weird. Oh, that's really hard to control. You just go flying off the edge of platforms. Oh, we got some more hellos. Niketu, I didn't see you there. I'm sorry. I got distracted by Ardux Obey's stream streak there. So welcome. And Sir Alican, how's it going? El Kazira, Web3 Partners, the BitFox. How's it going, everybody? Hope you're having a nice Wednesday. I hope you guys are getting excited for Alpha Season 6. I almost said 3. Like, what year is it? Yeah, I know Panda's working on some stuff for the season and getting ready. It's coming soon, very soon. Question from Play Game for Fun. What happened to all the songs in the Game Maker? All remains as music without lyrics. So I don't remember the last time I heard the lyric versions of the songs in the Game Maker. Like, I know that there were some songs that from way back, it was Alpha Season 2 or Alpha Season 3, we had a couple songs that had lyrics. And there were also instrumental versions of those, and I can't remember last time I heard the versions with lyrics, except for when Panda plays them on her stream intro. So, oh man, it's so fast. What's the slowest speed? Not that one. This one. So yeah, I'm really not sure what happened to the lyrics versions. It's possible that maybe there was like a contract with the singers and like that expired, or maybe the audio director decided that he just didn't like the lyric versions, or that they didn't vibe with what he was going for with the music in the sandbox. I'm not sure. Oh, and we're on an ad break, so our Twitch viewers are missing out on a little bit right now, unless they're subscribed. So we're not gonna talk too much. Hey, YouTube and Twitter, how's it going? Don't tell Twitch that they don't know what's going on right now. Oh, they're back. Hi, everybody. So I didn't see the ad break starting there. Play Game for Fun says, I think in 0.11 they were still there, maybe 0.10. Well, so the thing with the music is that if it was still cached in your library and somebody had it in their game, it would still play. So I think it's possible that you could still put them in a game, even if they were no longer technically part of the library, as long as they were cached, and then they would play for anybody who had them cached. But any new players who didn't have them wouldn't see them. Where's the jetpack? Oh, did I already pick it up? I did. I picked it up and I wanted to see. Oh, it's so slow. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Okay, all the way slow, not so great. Although, you know, we were talking a while ago about in a parkour game, how you can make it so that way a player will stop flying if you want them to only fly for like a portion of the game. You could say, like, once they pass a certain threshold, then they're gonna have this flight speed slowdown, and I can barely get up to the top of that. how high can I go from here?
Oh, it's so slow. It's so slow.
Yeah, so from there I can't even reach the top of this. I would say that you could have that slowdown message happen at a certain point in your parkour game, so that way it just says, hey, jetpack players, like, you can't fly anymore. Or you can, but it's going to be slower than running. And that could be like the incentive to stop flying and do the rest of the parkour course the way you want them to. You can also auto swap, so if you do... let's see, we got the jetpack, and then we can have let's see, the glide. You can force the glide to be equipped, or you could force, actually, let's force a non-ability item, just a backpack. Where's my stuff? Oh wait, this isn't my account. I'm looking for I'm looking for items that I own, and it's not my account. So is this one's not equipment, I think. Yeah. I wish this was equipment, but whoever uploaded it didn't set it up as equipment. Let's see. What is... Maybe we got armor? Here we go. Basic armor. So this will replace the jetpack equipment when we run into it. And we can say collectible. And let's move this up here. And make it smaller. I keep on littering little jetpacks all over the place. I don't every single time I leave the playtest mode, it leaves my equipment behind. It's like a ghost of what I was just doing. Let's see. Go West says not all of us are. Go West, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Go West. I'm guessing you said it in response to something that I said, but about being subscribed on Twitch. Is it called subscription? There's following. It is subscribed, right? Yeah. Yeah, on the ad break. Bitbox 1 Season 6, it is soon, TM. Hey, Nobble. I haven't seen you in a while. How's it going? Not to leave YouTube behind. Hi, Dylan, over on YouTube. How's it going? Kachugaverse asks, is Magic Palette available to use yet, and when will the new verification method be available? So Magic Palette, I believe should be usable. You may need to request... I think you can just go to it. So they've got Magic Block and Magic Palette. I don't think there is any requirement to getting it to be used. I think you just jump in. I know, so I had like early access to some Magic Palette features, and I think some of them may be still under development, so I'm not entirely sure what all is available here. But I think you can like submit a request, and they'll like add your Magica Voxel file as an experience for you. Let's see. There's load file. You can export. You can export as an OBJ. That's pretty cool. Export map to the Game Maker. Yeah. So how it works, we'll convert your map into a fully editable and playable sandbox experience for the Game Maker. Your map will be added to your TSP workplace, ready to edit. So you just put your name and your email. And yeah, that's just a service that they do. So definitely try that out. Unless I did the wrong thing. Let me check something real quick. I may be giving some bad information. No, this should be correct. I was thinking that maybe I had access to the early beta build, but I think that's... Yeah, I think that's what's available to everybody. Alright, so enough of that. Check out Magic Palette. Just do it. When will the new verification method be available? So I think you mean KYC, and KYC is currently available. It is a new provider that the Sandbox is using. And so if you do not have KYC yet, you need to get that set up. You want to get that set up before the season starts because, well, I mean, at any point during the season, I think it's fine, but the sooner the better. Once your verification is done, then you'll be able to get all your rewards from Alpha Season 6. When will Alpha Pass Season 6 be available to play? So you can buy the, I think we're calling them premium passes now. You can buy the premium pass right now. The Alpha starts soon. I can't say when until it's officially announced. Hey, Red Lily Rose, thank you for subscribing with Prime. Any beans about Season 6 and or Mage Raids? So there will be Mage Raids for Alpha Season 6. It's been a thing. I've been really busy with the DAO stuff. The Mage Raid equipment is coming to you. I promise. There's been so much going on lately. And the rewards for Mage Raids 3 and 4 are going to be going out shortly, and Mage Raids 5 will be happening for Alpha Season 6. MP working? Play game for fun? What do you mean? Multiplayer working? Go West asked if it should be available to all. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Magic Palette is up for everybody now. As a normal update, just export if need a replacement. It's needed to contact Pepe. Oh yeah, okay. Just filling me on the details. It's been 84 years. Paul Life made me. Sandrush really did do magic here, says Paul. Yes, absolutely. I mean, Pepe has been a good builder in this space. As long as I have. Like, Pepe was in the Creator Fund way back in, like, 2000... I believe in 2019. It might have been 2020, but I'm pretty sure it was 2019 is when Pepe started. Like, he was there in the early days with the rest of us who were in that first team. So, he's been a great contributor to the Sandbox since the beginning, but what his team has done with Magic Palette is astounding. I mean, that's how we set up this. We used Magic Palette to build this pyramid. So yes, thanks to Pepe and his team. Also now there's a contest for blocks and Sand Rush. Yes. Is that still going on or did they finish? I don't remember. I think it's still going on. Check out the Sand Rush Twitter. Let's see. It was July 5th, so they announced a Magic Block back in July. Look what people are doing with this thing. That's cool. Whoa. That's pretty gnarly. Let's see. Creativity is already blooming. Oh, September. This is from yesterday, September 16th. King of the Block Season 2, Mystic Garden. Yeah, let's look at this real quick. Who will claim the crown? Still time to enter with your own designs. King of the Block. Huge shout out to these amazing creators for setting the bar high. More soon. Peanuts Workshop, I Go to America, Sasapo 87, Escape Room Artist, and Riot Rhino. I recognize some of those names. Is there like a link? Link to submission info in the bio. Oh, okay. I don't know if it's this one or I mean, I would just join the Discord, honestly. Join the community there, and I'm sure there's more info on the Discord too. Yeah. Anyway, check out Sandrush. They're great. Hey, Metaverse Street Journal, how's it going? I feel like I missed a question somewhere. Or like I didn't get to it. No, I think I answered everything. Alright, so what I was showing is if you are a creator making like a parkour course or something and you want to have flight but not have that be the end of your game necessarily, you want to like limit the player's ability to fly, you can give them a jetpack, let them use it normally. Then we're gonna have this sense the player. It's gonna adjust the fly speed. It's gonna set it way down. And actually, we're gonna use the trigger volume separately. So we're gonna put in a trigger here. And we're gonna use a second logic donut to change the fly speed based on that trigger. And the reason we're doing the separate messages so that way we can force the equipment onto the player. So we're gonna do fly speed. We're gonna knock the fly speed way down. And it's going to wait until it gets that trigger broadcast. And then we're also going to use trigger to force this equipment onto the player. So you can do a collect action of collision, but you can also do interact. So what we're going to do with this is we're going to add a message broadcaster to itself. When this gets the trigger message from the other logic donut, it's going to broadcast to itself interact. And that means that it's saying like, hey player, you're going to wear me down. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize the music was so bad. We're going to turn it down a little bit. Is that better? So we've got interact, self, wait for broadcast, and you know, I think my mic is turned down a little bit also. No, that's fine. I was just vibing to the music too much, I think. That's what the problem was. All right, so it gets that trigger message, it sends interact to itself, and interact is what puts it on the player. And we're also going to do auto equip, which immediately turns off our jetpack, I believe. So we pick up the jetpack. We can put it on. We can fly around. Just some normal flying stuff. Okay, but now, if we go to fly through the top of the pyramid here, whoop, it took off our jetpack. We can't fly anymore. So that's a way that if you're doing like a parkour game and you don't want the player to have to worry about inventory management while they're running a parkour course, you can be like, this part's for flying, and you can have it auto-equip the jetpack, and then the player can fly, and then they get to the end of the flying portion, and then you can force it off. Now, the player can go back and put it back on. Oh, I think they can. Okay, yeah, I like double clicked it. But now they're flying really slow because of that message that we sent earlier with the trigger. So that will deter them from even doing it. And you could have an explanation in the story. You could be like, "Oh, your jetpack ran out of fuel," or something like that. So then they can just kind of like put. But basically, you fly so slowly, like you can jump further than you can fly. Like I can jump to this green spot from there, just about. But I don't think I can even fly that far. I wasn't pressing shift. Oh, okay. You can go like 1 meter further than you could jump, so you could clear a bigger jump theoretically, or you could go up like. Like it's just a little. It's definitely more than you can jump, but it's not very far. And if your level design is set up correctly, then it's gonna just not make a difference. So that's that. I'm going to close this and come back because I don't want all these jetpacks strewn around all over the place. I don't know what the deal is with that. We're gonna go back in, not save. Hopefully they're all gone. I forgot to check something. I don't know how long I'll go for today. Okay, we got another hour. Don't forget there's a giveaway form in the chat. I'm gonna paste it in there again, in case you missed it earlier. Doing Wizzy the Orange's Singed hat. Alright, looks like the jetpacks are gone. Alright, so I was saying earlier at the start of the stream, and then I got totally distracted by the jetpack stuff, that the waterfall, I was not super happy with the way the fog looked around it, because the transparency of the fog over the transparency of the water, they kind of cancel each other out, so it just looks like the water. And I don't know if he did this in purpose with that in mind, but a guy who was building his game for the DAO, which should be coming out soon, that's the Stillwater game, if you're looking on the DAO forum, he put a bunch of rocks at the bottom of his waterfall, and you can see the fog right over them, because they're opaque, and it looks so much better. And I didn't even, I don't know like why I didn't think of that, but it looks so good. And there's oftentimes waterfalls that are rocks at the bottom of waterfalls. So like, I did tell him I was going to steal the idea. Let's see how this looks. Are they like, they're sideways. Hold on. Rotate. And this one's got like it's got signs of erosion, because there's like, split in the middle. It's kind of cool. Although I might need a little bit more. Okay, I dig that. I want something right there. It's that spot that I don't like. It's where the water contacts the water. It just doesn't look good to me. I mean, heck, we could even probably just use a block. See how this looks. Oop. No, that doesn't do it. Where exactly am I looking? Oh, you know what? It's seeing the transparency behind it. So I need some rocks covering right here. I didn't realize I could stand on that. All right, let's find a different rock. Or maybe we can just use the same one and rotate it. Oh, it'll only go so far back because of the outer wall. Let's see. We will have to do something smaller. I don't really like that it's a different color, but I guess rocks are different colors in real life. The main thing is that it prevents us from seeing... It's the air gap that's the problem. We see this transparency, then there's a clear gap, and then there's this transparency, and just the two layers of it create like a whole visually. Oh, that's so much better. Now you can actually see all the fog. Much, much better. Now I feel like, did I climb up on the... Oh, I think I did it. Wait a second. I feel like you can jump on the back. Like you can, but just like for a second. Not a big deal, I don't think. That... What? Wait, what was I standing on? What? There's nothing here. All right, we're gonna use our debug tools here. What am I standing on? What is this? There's nothing here. Is that the collision? That's the collision box of the rock? It's huge! Why is it so big? What the? Why is it giant? I wasn't even walking on water, I was walking on air. Why is the collision so ginormous on this thing? Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, we're gonna use a custom collider then. Let's see. Let's do our fancy new box collision. Let's position it. We're gonna want to rotate it like that. And we can make the rock slippery, I guess. And we're gonna scale it. Oop. This way. Alright, we got our collision in place. Here we go a little bit bigger. My one concern is that it might be possible to get stuck in here. If somebody jumps in this space, I want to make sure that they can figure their way out. So let's add a slide component. And let's see how stuck we get. So we can swim up to it. We can't swim into it. Well, we can go underneath that bit. We can make it a little bit bigger. Can we get in here? Nope. And can we get up here? Can we stand on the lily pads? Yes, we can. Whoop! We just slide all the way across. That works. That's fine. Like, there's nothing back there, and it's just slippery. Whee! And now if we try to jump up on it, we slide off. This feels very waterfall-like. All right, I'm liking it. All right, let's take a look at that collision. Yeah, let's scale it a little bit more. This way. And then position it down. So it cuts into here a little bit, but I don't imagine this is going to interfere with too much of whatever the next builder is putting there. You can always adjust it if we need to. All right. I think I'm now finally happy with the waterfall. Let's hit save. Did Panda... Okay. So I cannot announce the next builder yet because Panda still needs to confirm with them. I would like to announce them, but Panda's checking. So we'll find out. I think there's more that we could do with the birds and stuff, but I'm not too worried about it. How's our gallery looking? Is our gallery still working? We had so many issues with the NFT images. No! What? Now none of them work. What is going on? We spent so much time last stream figuring out the whole gallery. Invalid NFT specified or from an unsupported marketplace. All right, I guess I'm making a ticket about that one specifically. Welcome to version 12, Alex. Hey, I've been working in 12 as long as anybody. But I was happy because I got a whole bunch of images that worked, and now these all worked 2 weeks ago. Every single one. All right. Let's see. We needed to make music, so we are going to oh, let's get organized here real quick. Let's make sure everything's in their proper folders here. We've got our rocks here. We're gonna put these in the waterfall. Okay, what was this? This was, oh, the time. 2:17. Our little reference to weapons. It's a little dark. V's playroom. Oh, wasn't there something about, I mean, I guess they look okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave it like that for now. All right, so I wanted to set music up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a trigger volume at the start of every spot. These are sync assets, meaning they're multiplayer. In case you haven't been working in the Game Maker a lot lately, everything that was SP or single player is now called local, and everything that was MP or multiplayer is now called sync. And that's just to, I think that's to clear up the difference that, like, multiplayer and single player behaviors were not necessarily exclusively for multiplayer or single player. The point is, do they sync with the server or not? So, like, even in a single player game, you needed to use multiplayer mechanics for rules, quests, objectives, and yeah, mostly those. And save data, because those all synchronize to the server. But with the multiplayer stuff, you sometimes want things to happen just to one player, not to all the players. In this case, we're going to make music or ambient noises happen only for players in the correct area. How to find the link to KYC Verify? It's on the Sandbox website. 1 second. You go to your account settings. So you click on your user profile, and you click settings, and then you go to account, and that will have the KYC stuff. So when you click on account, it's going to show like your email and your password, and right beneath that is the KYC section. All right, let's add in a logic donut. Why am I typing it? It's right here. All right, so players arrive right here, and we're gonna do a trigger volume. and it's going to be local because it's only going to be for the current player. Interesting, it's saying I'm verified now. Kitchen, if you were verified before, then you always were verified. When the KYC went away, it didn't take away your KYC. It just meant that new users weren't able to activate their KYC. The way the KYC worked is it just added like a flag to your account saying KYC has verified that this player is who they say they are. So we still have that database from the old KYC provider. You still can't get claims. That would be a reason to make a ticket. I mean, if you've been participating in events and you're not seeing claims, but you are KYC verified, then I don't know. You'd have to check with the team that handles that stuff. So you can go to some claims are unavailable. That's what the message said. I see. The thing is, I don't see that message anymore. But that's even people who saw that message. I saw that message this whole past year, and my KYC was still active, and I was still getting claims. So if you didn't participate in any events, then you wouldn't get any claims. But if you did participate in events, and you didn't get any claims, then there's some other issue besides KYC. So you'll need to go to claims not working as expected. So general events claim probably. This is the JIRA form for that, and I just pasted that in the chat for you. Custom avatar settings were working until 2 weeks ago. Yeah, Byverson, I'm aware of the custom avatar settings. I put in a ticket for that. Actually, I believe there was already... I checked with CyberDragon, there was already a ticket in for that, so I didn't make a new ticket. But that directly impacted somebody I was working with in the DAO, actually the one with the waterfall thing that we were talking about. They had a custom character, and since the update 2 weeks ago, his custom character was no longer usable because you couldn't move as fast as you were supposed to, and like we couldn't clear any of the parkour jumps anymore. Like it's a not parkour, but it's a 2.5D platformer. So there were a bunch of like jumps. Sometimes you needed a sprinting jump, and just all of a sudden 2 weeks ago, I think it was the 0.12.2 update. All of a sudden the stats stopped working. Yeah, well, it was faster than 0.03. But yes, if you went to customize it, they all went down to 0.03, and then you're moving like a slug. But there was a point where he was kind of like in between, and it's weird. It is a legacy project. He started on it in like 0.9 or 0.10. He's been working on it slowly for a long time. So I don't know how exactly that worked, but I've been told that that those settings should be getting fixed in an update soon. Actually, it might be... I was told that it was in an update, but I wasn't sure if it was supposed to be this update or not. Let me go check on something. I need to take just a 2-minute break real quick to check on something, because my kids have a half day at school today. So I will be right back, but just vibe out to some music, and I will be back in just a minute, okay? Alright, I'm back. I heard there's a panda lurking somewhere. How's it going, panda? Alright, so where were we? Oh, we were gonna check on avatar speed, so there is a setting in here. If we go to our spawn plate, we can do a custom avatar, and doesn't really matter what. Let's see, let's do I need to update this picture. And then once we add a custom avatar, we get this avatar settings. And yep, it looks like it's not fixed to this update yet. We still have walk speed and crawl speed and everything way down. Sprint speed is only 0.62, which means that we move like this. It's so slow. This is sprinting. It is actually faster to roll, I believe. I can't go back up the stairs. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, the roll doesn't help us either, and now we're stuck. Oh, my back! Why am I stuck? You can jump out of it, but we can't walk away from it. You just... We have to jump or something. If you select custom avatar without changing any settings, there won't be a problem. It breaks as soon as you change the settings. I think that was the case for this particular guy. And it was still a problem. What did we change? Did we just add... All we did was add the rocks and stuff. I kind of don't want to save it now, but yeah, if we do custom avatar, and I think it'll probably still be slow now. Yeah. So the problem is, like, once you change it, it changes it for all of them. So you kind of have to not do the save. Well, we climb at a normal speed at least. So what this guy's game had is he had the custom avatar. He hadn't adjusted the settings, but he was moving only slightly slower. Add a new spawn point and delete the old one. It doesn't work. I tried that. So even if we can turn off custom avatar, right? We can duplicate it and delete the old one. And turn on custom avatar again. The settings are saved. I think I'm moving even slower. I'm actually... We're not even moving. It got worse. Oh, because we don't have any avatars. Oh, yeah, we really broke it now. So once you delete the avatar features, they're gone. And you can't add it back. So, yeah, I mean, good thing we didn't need that, right? Not a copy, add a spawn point. I think I tried that also, but let's see. Oh, okay. All right, well that did fix it. Cool. You know, I'm trying to remember when I was helping him troubleshoot. I might have duplicated instead of making a new one. I could have sworn I made a new one though. But I probably did it wrong. But anyway, the point is that even that was not helping with his particular game, because he wasn't moving at 0.03. He was moving at, like, I don't know what the speed is supposed to be. But it's, let's say it's at a 1, and it was at like 0.9 or 0.95. It was just only slightly slower than it was supposed to be, and it was making it so that way if he jumped in his platforming, all the jumps that used to be possible, you were now falling like just half a meter short, maybe a whole meter short, which was just really frustrating. And it was not good. So maybe, you know, maybe I'll try with him if we can try creating a new spawn point, and maybe that will fix the issue. I don't know if he had any other custom settings on the avatar, but yeah, for some reason they go like way back. Oh, dagnabbit. Can't undo. Yeah, the avatar settings that the default profile is supposed to be exactly the same as what the regular avatar has. All right, so let's go and add our music, since that's what we were doing before. Oh, that's what we had not saved. Let's see, the rocks are gonna go into waterfall. The numbers are gonna go into V's playroom. And Zone A. All right, so we're gonna do a trigger volume, and it's gonna be local. I'm trying to remember how, when we teleport them in, how far do they go? I mean, it doesn't really matter. As long as it's bigger than that space, it should be fine. So we're going to make this a 10. So if you teleport in here anywhere in this space, it will start the music. Enter message. Maybe it's A. Broadcast type, self, and broadcast duration once. Sound. Component. All right. Let's see if I can find the right music. There's two here. I wonder if one has the lyrics. It doesn't play for long enough. Maybe it's A. This is just stop. We're gonna say ambience. Ambience B. Ambience C. And ambience D. We're gonna set the volume at like 75, so it's not overpowering. Looping true. Play and receive message. All right, so it should be that as soon as we're in this zone, it'll start playing that song. My one concern is that it'll repeat the song if we go back in that area. Oh. I guess I was too close to that. Okay, it's not restarting the music. That's good. All right, we got an ad starting for our Twitch folks. But I'm just going to work through it because we've only got about 25 minutes left. I'm just going to be setting up some more of these. Although I do kind of want these to fade so they don't abruptly start and stop. So I'm wondering, what if I use a sound fading. What if I just use sound volume in each one? I think that might work better. Hey, Dollars General. Welcome to the chat for the first time. I think we have an ad break starting. Ooh. It just started. welcome back, Twitch. Panda Pop said I said lurk and then my computer crashed. Oh no. Dollars General, thank you for joining. Welcome to the chat. And yeah, I can't take credit for any of this stuff down here. I did the terrain and the pyramid in here, and then Panda Pops in the chat, who just crashed, she put in all of the like vines and the trees and the animals. And so we worked on this together, and then we've got this section by an artist in our community named VoxEdit. She put together this playroom space, and then Vox Machina did this cyberpunk, like inside of a computer space. And so now I'm just adding in some music. We've got a third artist who we're gonna be sending this file off to, so that way they can work on this section. And then eventually we'll have a fourth artist. But in the meantime, this will all be playable over on Sandbox.game. Maybe today? I'm pretty close to being done here. I do want to fix some of the parkour elements here. We're going to try to hurry it up. So I'm sorry if I'm not super engaging in the chat. Panda still hasn't added her birds yet. Well, you know, you can do that when I'm done today, if you want to, or we can wait till the next person is done. This is going to be an ever-evolving space. I mean, we haven't even touched the Sky Island yet. There's just this mysterious rock floating up here, kind of roughly shaped like an egg, but you know, I want to make more blocks that will make this texture nicer. You know, some more decorative blocks for here. We need to fix all these image frames. Panda, did you know that image frames are just totally not working? Last stream, I like put new images in all of these frames, and every single one was working 2 weeks ago, and now none of them work, and I don't know why. They just all broke. So yeah, it's a work in progress. We're gonna keep on updating it and evolving, and eventually one day we'll be ready for our fifth artist, and VoxEdit's place will sadly have to go, but we're going to save a backup copy for her, so she will always have that. Red Lily Rose says, ugh, I saw you redo all those frames. I know, I spent so much time picking artwork and like curating the collection and making sure that it actually worked. An update made that issue something in 0.12, I think. I mean, there's, you know, NFT frames have always been a little bit of a challenge with the images sometimes loading, sometimes not. And then we got our glowing castle for no reason, which does not glow when you play the game. It's only when you're editing. I have no idea what that's about. It's just magical glowing castle. But yeah, the NFT frames have been really temperamental since the last couple updates. All right, so put your art degree to use. Yeah, I mean, well, so my degree is more like an illustration and painting than like art curation. But yeah, I did spend a lot of time. I worked in the gallery at the school as a student worker, so I helped hang the galleries and stuff. All right, so my thought was, instead of using a bunch of ambient messages, what if we use sound volume? So let's add in a fade time of 2 seconds and 75. And since that only broadcasts to itself, I think that should be fine. I think. Looping, please receive message, sound volume. I don't think this will switch. I think we need another control in there to make it fade to the other song. Like, it's not going to just transition. But let's see if this works for one, at least. So we go to our first space here. The fade in sounds good. So let's see what happens if we duplicate this. Let's move it over to Vox's section here. And we're teleporting in here. And I'm not sure what song I want for this one. I am a little bit tired of some of these older songs that we've had in the Game Maker for a long time. I don't use that as a criticism against people using them. Like, use what's available to you. I've heard them so many times now. Ooh, this is a new one. All right, let's go with that. Now, my concern is that it's going to fade both songs. So I think what we could do is we could use a trigger volume here that will fade out the music. Because we always come back to this spot when we teleport back. So let's see what happens. We go in. Okay, we got our nice like Toy Story music here. No skydive animation? I thought I would have done a belly flop by then. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna teleport back. It's gonna still be playing this song when we get up here. I'm expecting that. And what happens when we go to Vox's space? It's playing them overlapped. Okay, that's not what we want, but we are gonna save. So we're gonna see if we can fade out the songs when we come back to the surface. So let's see. I think if we use 2 and we use the trigger volume to send the message directly to these assets. So we said zone A sound. And then we use interruptible message to stop is also going to be sound volume, but it's going to be coming from something else. So we're going to duplicate this, and this is just going to be zone sound. I'm going to bring this way up to the surface. So far. It's F96, 48. 48, 48. And we're going to snap it down. $96, 48. That should be the middle. Is this not centered? 97.5. It bothers me a little bit that the middle coordinates aren't half of the total size, but I guess it has to do with the math. What's this asset here? Main checkpoint. Oh, you know what? We can just use the checkpoint here. Oh, except it's a sync, so we don't want to use that. We'll just put it above. So we're gonna move this here. Try to. All right, we got this one in here. Thanks for following this on Twitch, Dollars General. All right. So we got zone sound, trigger volume, enter message, sound volume. Okay, so this is where we're going to want to turn on our ambient jungle sounds. So let's go with ambient nature. Let's see if there's like a jungle. I think I like the day ambience. Okay, we're gonna do that one, and that's gonna start up as soon as we get in this area. But then we also want our one that turns off the sound for everything else. So we're gonna duplicate this, move it up, and this trigger volume is going to do the sound volume, but it's going to put it to 0. And it's not going to send it to itself, so there's no play sound. It's going to send it to the other ones. So broadcast type, let's see, to selected actors. And we can actually select all 4 of the other actors. So we're going to do 4 of these. And we're going to do... Oh, you know, I need to make sure they're all named. And we didn't make all of them yet, so I guess we're only going to do the 2 for now. So let's see, Zone A sound. This one is probably... Yeah, this should be Zone B. And let's go back to zone sound. And we're going to call this one zone sound mute, because this is the one that turns off the sound. And this is going to send to zone A sound and zone B sound. So now when we teleport back to here, it's going to quiet it down with a fade 2 seconds. I believe. I think that's how it should work. Let's see. Anything else in there? I think that's good. But we do want to duplicate this out. Let's make sure it works first. You know, I'm gonna quiet down the YouTube music. All right. So we got our waterfall sounds. I think I forgot to say that it's looping. Okay, why is that? Is there just a lot of quiet space at the end of that track? It sounds like it's fading out because the waterfall is fading out. The waterfall isn't fading out because it's a message, it's a 3D sound. It may be because I'm re-entering that space. In which case I'm not entirely sure how to trigger this nicely. So, Sir Alican, it's the reason you're having issues with the sound is because it's like the ears are on the camera instead of on the player. So you'll notice that you can, if you make a sound object, a 3D sound object, and you put the player right next to it and you zoom the camera way out, you might not be able to hear it at all. And then you can run past it, and as soon as your camera's near the 3D object, you'll be able to hear it. So that's one of the problems. I was very careful in setting up the sounds here to make sure that the waterfall sound effects are covering a very wide area. So if you zoom the camera into the player, or if you're using a first-person mode, it sounds fine. Like we hear it on the left, we hear it on the right. Like you would expect that sense of direction. But the problem is that the distance that the camera is at it's too drastic. I may be okay with like a little bit of the camera affecting it, but I still want to hear what the character is hearing, right? I want to be able to look in directions and hear it coming from the right direction. But the distance should be based on the player's distance to the object more than anything else. It does make me think, like, specifically the monkey. I think, like, if I put the camera here, I kind of do want to hear the monkey, right? So I think it needs to be a balance of the two. I think it needs to kind of split the difference. We need to be able to, when it's zoomed in to the player, and when it's zoomed out to the player, there needs to be like a balance. So we're still, if I'm zoomed way out and I put the player right here, I can't hear the monkey. So I do want to hear that. But I also want to be able to hear it if the camera's next to it too. So I feel like it needs to kind of split the difference a little bit. Um, I would say maybe you want to hear maybe like 100% of what the character hears, and then like 50% of what the camera hears, and then the direction is completely based on the camera orientation. But I'm not a sound engineer, so that's just like as I think about it and the like what my expectations are, that feels like it might be right, but I would have to play it to know if it feels right. Um and it's a known issue. The audio, I've talked to the audio director about it. He knows about it, so it's something that's being worked on. Yeah, the patch is already in progress. I don't know when that update's going to be out, but it is something that they're aware of. Okay. What were we were messing around with the sound. Okay, so I was trying to figure out why does that sound stop? And I'm wondering if maybe I'm using like too many sound channels with the water. No, because we can still hear it. I think it has to do with passing through here. It's fading it out, even though that's not a selected actor. This is the mute. Zone A sound, zone B sound. It's like it's sending the message to everything. Um, hmm. Hmm. It shouldn't be triggering this one at all. I want okay, let's get rid of this, or at least move it to let's make the direction the detection shape tiny, and let's move it up. Is it still going to fade in and out? It still fades it out because we're still entering. Um, Interesting. It doesn't do that with the music though. At least not that I could hear. We enter fade time. Um that's why. Okay. It's still getting a sound volume message to stop. Oh, how do we fix that? I actually don't know. It's still getting the sound volume message. Hmm. Can we add a our own arguments? Um So we have the same message sound volume to fade in and fade out. And so the thing that is triggering the fade out is also the thing that triggers the fade in is also triggering the fade out. Even though what's funny is that it's the volume change. I would think that it would fade it to this volume, but it actually fades it all the way out. But I think it's because we're doing the stop. So what if we just put in delay and then let's get rid of that. And let's put this back with our fade out argument. I don't know if it'll work. I don't know if the label matters or if it just takes that message. Let's see, detection range, that, and fade out. And we'll put a delay of 2. Oh wait, but we don't want that. Oh no, that's fine. We can just get rid of it from here. Let's see. This is the sound for the jungle. Message to stop. This will also be a fade out. But it's going to come from the other room. So we're going to duplicate it. We're going to move it over. Buenas noches, Roxy Miguel. How's it going? Fade out, and then this one goes specifically to zone sound confirm. All right, we're going to see if this fades out the jungle sound. We've got jungle sounds, that's good. If we run out, we run back in. It's not fading out now, that's good. Let's go to VVox's section. Hopefully it fades out. Ah, it did fade out. And now when we go back, okay, I didn't want the music to fade out that quickly. But I think it's because of the actors we had selected here. Zone sound. I hadn't teleported yet. Why would it? Oh, because we had the message to stop here. Fade out. There we go. Okay, good to know. So you don't have to, you know, I had a feeling this was the case, but I never confirmed. So whenever I used like weather, all of the default messages like weather fade and what was there? Post processing, fade, all of those. I thought that you should be able to make a custom message with an argument and use it in its place. I just never tried because most things that I set up were like simple enough where I never needed multiple of them. So I always just made, I would just like send to specific actors and would use the same message over and over again. I never tried crossfading sounds before, so this is a little more complicated, and it's good to know that you can just make a fade out message with a whatever argument you want to call it, and it will interpret that number as the sound effect fade. That is, I think that's what the key is it's the message for sound effects is expecting an argument. You can use it with no argument, and then it'll be effectively 0, and it will transition instantly. But if you put an argument, it's expecting there to be a number, and it works. Let's double check. Let's see if this crossfade functions. So we can go visit the waterfall. I really like how well the sounds are working here. It was a lot of work. Sounds get quieter. We run through the middle. Did not fade out, which is good. We wanted that to stay the same. And we crossfade. I like it. I might fade it out faster than it fades in. Hey, not Jackie Chan. What's the issue here? Been having goofy stuff happen when using custom avatar in Game Maker. You missed when we were talking about it earlier. Oh, except not that. Custom avatar, it either puts me in a Resident Evil style view where the camera doesn't move and you see the character run around. And with another asset, when I try, it just crashes the game every time. Normal avatar works fine. It's not a giant head or anything either. Okay, so that's a little bit new. That's not what we were talking about earlier. We were talking about how the avatar settings, if you try to adjust them, it'll make you move super duper slow. So don't touch them. And I'm talking about the avatar movement settings on the actual the spawn plate. Now there is I have a weird theory that I don't think it is, but an interesting thought is, what if you are accidentally holding down F8? Like, what if F8 is stuck on your keyboard? Because that is the free camera view. Well, I guess you can't run around like that. Okay, so that's not the case. I have actually had what you're describing happen to me before, and I've had it happen in various versions. I've had it happen like way back, like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't remember the last time I had it happen. I feel like it's happened to me at least once in 0.12, but it was temporary. It only lasted a couple seconds, and it was almost like, it's like the camera didn't initialize, and so it left me with like the Game Maker view, or like the starting view, and then I just started running, and then after a second the camera like snapped to me like, oh yeah, I forgot you wanted to run around, like we should do something about that. Did I want this open? I feel like that's not right. There's rain out there. Why is there rain out here? Who put the rain out here? Is that... Where did this rain come from? Is that from the other side? Is it looping? It's like not anywhere on the ground. Where did this magical rain come from? So yeah, I mean that's a pretty weird bug. I don't know what causes it. I would say maybe just try saving, quitting, coming back, and seeing if it still happens. The crash is interesting. I'm not sure what's up with that either. There's all sorts of weird things going on. Yeah, I'd put in a Jira ticket because it's technical beyond what I am able to test for, basically. So best of luck. Where is the rain? Can these just stay closed? I mean, they're probably open because I was clicking on a bunch of things, but let's see. Mist. Waterfall? Water dripping. Water dripping. Okay, so this one, if we hit play, we can see it falling here. Okay. Do we see it out here? No. Do we see it over here? No. I was thinking that maybe part of that VFX got like flipped around. But it's none of those. Um Ah, there it is. Why is it way over here? Why is the splash so far away? Like, why? Why are you like this? Oh, it does it like everywhere. There's like no bound on it. Interesting. Interesting. Not that that's like, it's like, oh no, you see a little water droplets outside the map area. Ooh, it's not a big deal, but I'm curious now why it does it. Global scale 5. Maybe it's my settings. What if we set it to 1? It's definitely smaller there, but it's still out here. Yep, they're still out there. There's this one attribute name that does not have a setting. even with no settings. Yeah, it's just you can't help it. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Well, it is what it is. I'm glad we got that music situation figured out. I thought I was gonna get enough done to publish today, but we still haven't touched the parkour stuff in Vox Machina's area down here that I wanted to fix up. I just wanted to like give you some options to get up out of this area if you fall in. I think it would be nice to be able to like climb down here and like find something and then be able to make your way out without having to fall to the bottom of the map and respawn. But I think we also got. I feel very happy about this music and the fade out. So, we are past time to finish. Let's run this giveaway form and see who the winner is. So we had 29 entries today. Let's go with a random number generator here. All right. Google is our friend. From the number 2 to the number 30. It's a 20. Let's see who this is. I do not recognize this name. Let's double check that they have not won an orange hat before. They have not. They have a few Sandbox NFTs, but this will be a new one for them. So congratulations goes out to a YouTube viewer, Sean Hossein. Congratulations, you just won Wizzy the Orange's Singed Hat. All right. Not Jackie Chan. You said it's been happening the same way after saving and quitting for weeks, and again, only happens with custom. It's a legacy experience, maybe part of it. Interesting. Well, this is a legacy experience. Granted, the custom avatars that I'm using are humanoid. So let's see what happens if I set a custom avatar for something odd. Electric generator. Well, that seems to work fine. I really want to play prop hunt now. Interesting. The animation moves like this little pointy bit here, like angles when I start moving. Interesting. All right. So yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what the issue is, but yeah, I'd put in a Jira ticket. That's the best help I have for you. Let's see who is streaming on Twitch right now. Looks like Mad Maddie's online. Let's go read Mad Maddie. He's doing a 2-time Steam Deck giveaway. That's cool. Let's raid. Oh, Byverson says another interesting bug for you. If you teleport your avatar to a 1 block wide area. Oh, it's a good thing I didn't raid Mad Maddie. He just raided somebody else and they're all done. Okie doke. Never mind. I will raid somebody else. Like literally, I like looked over at his stream and just went boop and like went to somebody else. And I'm like, that's not Mad Maddie. So let's see. If you teleport your avatar to a 1 block wide area restricted by 2 blockers, the system throws you to an irrelevant point on the map. I noticed it today in the Sandbox Freerunners experience. How do you sneeze? I needed to sneeze, but I swallowed it apparently. Sandbox Freerunners experience, I had to increase the whole experience to 2 blocks wide. So I know that with the avatar spawner, you can't have things too close to the avatar spawner or it gets mad. If there's anything that's in the way of the main spawn plate, it goes, hey, don't do that. I don't think it has the same restriction for the teleporter. And the game's real goal is to make sure that no matter what, you don't end up inside blocks or assets. It wants you to be in a totally collision-free area. So I think there are there's some restriction there. What is curious is that you said that you set it to like a 1 meter and then you needed to make the area wider specifically for spawning. So I'm guessing that maybe the spawn area has increased, but is it actually an irrelevant, is irrelevant the word you use? Irrelevant point on the map, or is it vertically above? Because usually I've seen when there's a collision conflict with where the avatar is spawning, it teleports you up. That's usually what I've seen. So yeah, I don't know. You just got to make sure that that you have a big enough spawn area, and this is also a thing that affected Stillwater, the DAO grantee that I've been doing some QA work for, helping him get his game ready for launch. So when I tested in 0.11, all the teleports worked fine, but in 0.12, sometimes we'd end up in weird areas. But I think for the most part, it was vertically above where we were. Anyway. Let's see who to raid now that Mad Maddie is offline. Who's this? Looks like he's only been going for an hour. So hopefully he's not done. Let me just check something real quick here.
Hey there, everyone. Sports.
Advertisements. Try and check the recommended channels, and it looks like they're all offline. So I'm going to send you over to Daniel Moncadata. No, I think I added a syllable. Daniel Moncada. There we go. There's a TV for like twitch.tv at the end, and so I like added that at the end of his name, but that's not actually part of his name. So that is one of the guys from Breaking Bad, the gangster guys, or the guys from the the cartel with like the slick suits. So I'm going to send you over his way. Blue Tulip says the Sandbox game is live. Raid them. That's where we are right now. All right. Have fun with Daniel. He's a pretty cool guy. He's looks like he's playing a shooter right now, and I don't know. He's kind of fun to hang out with for a bit. All right. Go West says Hot Beats TV. Maybe I'll check him out and maybe we'll rate him next time. All right. Have fun with Daniel. I will see you all next time.